What's up, everybody? Welcome into the stream tonight in the Doobie Den. It is RevX's Wrestling Review, brought to you by yours truly, Buddha Fire. My co-host, as always, MJ Hat. And man, this week's had some really good shit.
Buddha, let's talk right off the rip. Can you believe Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed? Oh my God! This is a topic for contention.
Oh man!
I can't wrap my head around it because the vision was standing tall, you know? And here we are.
That's true.
Here we are.
That's true, but the big thing out of that is the fact that apparently Seth Rollins may actually have injured, I think it's his right forearm, shoulder, somewhere in that area. But apparently it's something that's probably going to have him out for about a year, and they wanted to try to get this out of the way before they had to send him off.
Well, bro, now we're talking about not only is the vision breaking up, well, sort of, but we also are going to have to crown a new world heavyweight champion.
I'm okay with this.
Yeah, but the Money in the Bank and the CM Punk and oh my God. There's just so much.
That CM Punk will face somebody at Survivor Series.
Yeah, that sounds
maybe
right.
If it takes that long in order to crown a new champion, but it'll be CM Punk, and I have a feeling it may be Braun Breaker.
It might be.
And if that's the case, then I don't feel as though CM Punk's going to get the title reign. I would like to see CM Punk with the title reign, but I don't think he's going to get it with Braun Breaker being in the picture.
I think it'll be close. I think that we have a lot to talk about. So let's go ahead and let's get into the first part of the week. We're going to talk about Raw to start with. Rhea Ripley over Kairi Sane. Does that surprise you at all? Doesn't surprise me.
Not in the least bit.
Dominic Mysterio defeats Penta to retain the IC title. Man, I was expecting a little bit more out of this match. Dom is good, but I thought Penta had him there for a minute.
Oh, it was Rusev. If it wouldn't have been for Rusev coming out and interfering, which this will set up a triple threat, I feel as though, here in the next little bit, because I feel as though Rusev and Dominic go at it next week for the IC title, and I feel as though Pentagon is going to be the one to interfere, and then that's going to set up a triple threat IC title match.
No doubt.
So we could see either Rusev win his first title back, or we could see Penta finally get his first title.
I mean, it's going to be.
But I'd say Dom's probably going to lose the IC title here soon.
That breaks my heart, you know.
Yeah, it does mine too, because I'm a huge Dom fan, but I really feel as though that they're going to try to push him more with the Mega AAA title than they are with anything else right now.
I mean, that makes sense. He's a Mysterio, so Lucha Libre is in his blood. Bronson Reed picks up a dub over Jimmy Uso. Thoughts?
A very decisive dub over Jimmy Uso.
Well,
the fact that they got a decent little attack in before Jay come out to make the save, and then Jay basically telling him, "Dude, I didn't want to get involved in this. I have an opportunity later tonight." Yeah, they're building that animosity in between the brothers again, for the 50th time. So I mean, it's just it's more or less you get what you pay for.
Uso versus Uso is great filler content.
Agreed. Well, I don't know.
That's sarcasm.
Let's take a look at the last match they had, right? WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Brother versus brother, and that was the shittiest brother versus brother match I've ever seen with brother versus brother. I've watched the likes of Bret Hart and Owen Hart. I've watched the likes of Bret Hart versus Davey Boy Smith. I've watched Owen versus Davey Boy Smith. We've watched Matt and Jeff. We've watched Undertaker and Kane.
They don't count.
They do count.
They
might not be real brothers in real life. However, on screen they were brothers, and we got to see them face each other numerous times.
All right, you know what? That's fair. I can't argue with that. I don't think a brother versus brother storyline is what we need. I agree with you though that's where we're heading, and I think Jey Uso himself could do much better. But
agreed.
That's just me. Let's talk about the next match, okay? CM Punk is your new #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. Can we talk about this match for a second? Because I liked it. I thought it was a good show. It was a nice triple threat.
For a triple threat #1 contender match. Yeah. Dude, this is everything you wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Totally. Everybody got their own time to shine. LA Knight got his time. Jey Uso got his time. CM Punk got his time. In the end, I think of all three of them, the better man won that night.
I agree. Guys, before we talk about what happened at the end of the show, can we just go ahead and take a moment and let you guys know that, as always, the stage is open, and you are more than welcome to come up and have a conversation with us. We encourage our audience to be verbal and come talk to us about what they think. We like to hear other people's opinions, so please feel free to come up on the stage, guys. Just want to get that
out. What's up, Madrox?
Hey, Madrox, welcome in, man. Good to see you, buddy. How did you feel about the Brawns turning on Seth?
Well, like we said to open the show, that wasn't supposed to happen yet, so they had to force feed that real fast to us. But if you noticed, during the whole night of Raw, you could see Braun Breaker just bullying and finally hitting that point to where he just bowled over and took out. But, I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
It was something coming, okay? And the reason I say that is Breaker broke the ice. All pun intended. Looked at Bronson Reed and was like, "You're with me or you're not?" Bronson Reed was like, "Hell no, I'm with you, brother." Tsunami. They look at Heyman, they're like, "Make a choice." Heyman could have just as easily walked out of the ring, not had a thing to do with him. What does he do? No, he raises both their hands like a proud man watching his proteges destroy their mentor. That's what he throw them hands up like.
I'm not so sure that Paul Heyman really did have a choice in the matter. He would have took a beating if he'd have said no.
I don't know that they would actually like destroy him, because I really don't think that Paul Heyman could take a tsunami. Okay, just saying. Like I don't think nice that's in the cards.
It would be. Oh, cool
it'd be great to see.
So, we, as tradition here, we always try to go over everything that's happened in WWE this week, the rumors and what actually happened on the shows, the things going on Twitter, the reactions by other YouTubers and content creators. We talk about all that here. So, can we start by talking about Andrade? And
looks like Andrade decided he was going to go into business for himself, and apparently he got hit with a WWE cease and desist.
Yep.
And that means that he wasn't supposed to compete for 90 days. Now, was that clearly stated to him? I'm going to say I highly doubt it. However, anybody that knows the wrestling business knows that loophole is always somewhere.
Yeah.
Especially if you're coming out of WWE. There's never been, that I can think of, anybody that's been able to wrestle within like a 30-day no complete cause.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Normally it's 90 days, and I feel as though that he got hit with it and just said, fuck it, I'm going to do what I want.
All right, well, let me, on the other side of that coin, let me just go ahead and defend Andrade here. I feel like that where his contract was terminated, that clause shouldn't exist because he's no longer under contract. You know? However,
what was it you said earlier?
I don't remember.
You said something earlier when we were discussing this. Something like due process or something like that. But yeah, I mean, it's the old thing. They're going to get what they want anyway. They are getting what they want. That's why Andrade's not been back on TV, because WWE hit him with that. And if he messes around with that, then he's probably going to pay some hella money. Tony Khan ain't going to pay that money for him. No. I'm just going to say it now. That's why he's respecting it and keeping his ass off TV. He don't want to get hit with that.
I agree. Speaking of people switching companies, can we talk about Chris Jericho?
Okay, so before anybody goes nuts, this, from what I understand right now, is just a rumor. There's been several posts about it. There's been several talks about it. Wrestle Talk, WrestleMania. Even freaking Matthew has put his 2 cents into it.
Yeah.
If you get fired, you should be able to do whatever you want. If you quit, then yes, I see the non-compete being valid. I agree with you, Madrox, but it's WWE we're talking about.
Yeah.
So, like, regardless of what...
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
No, go ahead. You were saying it perfect.
Regardless of whatever happens, WWE is going to keep Andrade off TV to screw AEW as much as possible. Triple H is all about keeping WWE on top and AEW down. So, I get it. I get why they're trying to do it. I get the cease and desist letter. However, I agree with Madrox. I am going to sit here and say, this message is for Andrade if he ever hears it. He probably won't, but dude, you did the right thing. You did the right thing. Keep pushing it, because you need to. As far as Chris Jericho goes,
let's not dig into that too much, because honestly and truthfully, I can't say that I would be. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to see Chris Jericho back in WWE. What's he going to do? What the fuck's he going to do? What's he going to do?
Cody.
Nothing. There's nothing for him to do.
That's it.
Fuck out of here with that.
I'm serious. That's all.
Like, get out of here with that. I'm not disagreeing. I would say you're probably absolutely right for that matter. But again, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, we don't need no fucking old Jericho coming in trying to do a Cena fucking farewell tour.
No, we
it ain't gonna. It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be anywhere near as successful or profitable as John Cena's was. And that's exactly why John Cena got to do it, because damn it, the profit he's making. Do you know they've already sold out tickets that last show?
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
And they're thinking about printing more and selling out again. They can do that.
That doesn't surprise me. Does it surprise you?
No, but do you see Chris Jericho getting a sellout?
No, absolutely.
All
not.
right, that's exactly my point. There's no point in Jericho coming back to WWE to try to get a retirement run. Have AJ Styles just fucking like drop kick his knee and blow it out. Retirement, have fun, bye bye.
All right. So for the next news topic, this one's emotional for me because I grew up watching these guys. The Hardys defeated the Dudleys to retain the NXT TNA championships. Listen, we knew going into that match that the Dudleys weren't going to win because we knew they were retiring. But the moment when Devon and Bubba handed their boots over to Matt and Jeff, oh my God, I was
dude. That was rough.
I was
man, that was rough.
Man. Just Bubba himself was blood red and crying.
And you've seen the tears, man, and it's like, no, we didn't personally get to do it, but like we've watched these guys since we were kids. Like they came into our TV sets and into our minds and into our wrestling moves and everything else you can think of around, I'd say 10, 11, 12 years old.
Yeah.
And they've been there ever since. So it was, I agree with you. It was very emotional that night. Especially knowing that, you know, one of the greatest tag teams, if not arguably the best tag team to ever lace them up and do it, finally hung up their boots. Yeah, like any guy that's around our age, if you didn't cry a tear or at least, you know, feel something in your heart being a wrestling fan, are you really a wrestling fan, guys?
That's it. That's it right there. That's it right there. Take us into SmackDown. I got to check on this kid.
All right, let's get into SmackDown, guys. It comes to us from San Jose, California. We opened with highlights from Raw and Crown Jewel. Nick Aldis opens the show announcing that Jacob versus Drew is not only just a it was I think it was supposed to be some kind of special match or something like that, but now it is a number one contenders match for Cody's WWE Championship. Pardon the ESPN. So Cody enters the ring basically to cut his promo, get his TV time, and then we go to commercial like we do all the other times. In the back, Ray Phoenix is doing a photo shoot when Solo and the MFTs come up, and they're like, you can go. It's our turn. Let us do our thing. Ray Phoenix didn't like that. Got a little bit of a beat down for it. So it leads us into the first match of the evening, which was a tag team match. It was a women's tag team championship match. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss against Sol Ruca and Zarya from NXT. And, I'll say that the NXT girls, they showed they needed to be up there in the main roster tonight.
They're
you
stepping
agree?
up their game, bro. Like 110%.
Oh, yeah.
110%.
Oh, yeah.
I think NXT is producing wonderful talent, and in the next 10 years, we're going to have the NXT roster as the main roster. So we need to prepare for that, like mentally.
Oh, yeah. A lot of back and forth action in this match. Both teams got time to shine. Both teams had a couple of slip-ups. Blake Monroe from NXT was in the audience. Ended up distracting Sol long enough for Charlotte to be able to finish her off with the figure 8 leg lock and retain the titles for her and Alexa. Well, I do want to point out that in this match, Charlotte ate a soul snatcher from Ruca that was, just absolutely beautiful.
Dude, it was. It's showing.
Anytime Sol hits that move, it's just crazy.
Doesn't it look beautiful?
And she's not even really hit her prime yet, man. That's the crazy part.
No, she
hasn't.
Just
Just imagine what she can do in the next 2-3 years.
Dude, I can't wait to see Sol Ruca on the main roster full time.
But I will say that after this match, we got to see a very nice gratitude of respect between both teams as all 4 women shook hands, hugged, and, went about their separate ways. So in the back, Cody runs into Jacob, and Jacob, goes through his normal spiel to Cody, and Cody's like, I hope that you're ready. So, Hat and I got to talking about that, and we discussed what we really thought about that. And honestly, I have to agree with him. I believe this is a big push for Jacob Fatu, and I feel as though that he really needs it. As y'all see my little man, as you see little man there having a fit, it sounds like.
Yeah, he was trying to play in the bathtub.
Ah.
So sorry, guys.
Oh no, but since you're back, you can lead us into match 2 because I've already covered the backstage segment with Cody and Jacob.
Yeah. I got you. Let me get this pulled back up. Match number 2 was the U.S. Open Challenge. It was Sami Zayn and what we thought was going to be the Miz. Miz comes out and he's like, "How dare you, open title, blah, 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 blah." Bam! Carmelo Hayes shows up, puts him down just like Miz did to him last week, and then somebody else's music plays. Any guesses?
Oh, hey, you know how we have that shocker of the night thing?
Yeah.
This is definitely the shocker of the night.
Ilya Dragunov,
yes, sir,
of all people, comes out to the ring, and man, I gotta say, looked jacked. Like, absolutely 110% freaking buff, dude. The last time we saw him, he was a shrimp, right?
Completely different.
Like, not trying to be that guy, but I'm going to be that guy and be like, damn. This match kind of breaks down. Solo comes out and runs a distraction, and Dragunov picks up the win. He is your new United States champion. Who'd have thunk it?
Who would have thunk it, really? Like, I liked what he's doing for the title.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling that this just kind of rebuilds Sami. Now Sami gets to do his underdog story as he normally does. Or they might just have him move on to bigger and better things.
Maybe.
Like, now he's only one title away from holding them all. So there's a big opportunity there, I think.
Can we say that this match was impressive? Like, by all standards? Especially for somebody that hasn't been in the ring for a year. Yeah. This guy hadn't competed in a year. And he comes back, and on night 1 on Smackdown, U.S. title. After the match, though, the MFTs came down, and they decimated everybody, including Rey Fenix, who came out to try to help. And then Solo picks up a mic and says the MFTs run Smackdown, the lights go out, the Titantron kicks on, and it is Bo Dallas. And Bo Dallas is spilling his usual biblical nonsense, just saying, when the Wyatt Six appear behind the MFTs, and they have a stare down. Listen, MFTs versus Six is going to be amazing, and I hope that is where
it's going to be solid.
Going. I hope
it's going to be solid for sure.
What do you when we're talking about the Wyatt Six, you know they're a favorite of mine, so I'm biased. So I'm going to point to you on this. How do you think they stand against the revamped Family Tree?
Nah, Family Tree is going to have it. No, I'm sorry to say, but even on the numbers game alone, it's 5-on-4. True. Nikki Cross don't count, so there's only Rowan, Bo, Joe, and Dexter against all 5 of the MFT, and the MFT have them beaten size by a long run.
You're not wrong.
Tala is a good 6 inches taller than freaking Rowan, and does, as we've seen tonight, does one hell of a choke slam.
Way up there. Way up there.
Way up there. We're talking at least a good 10 solid feet, man.
I think that the Wyatt Six have their work cut out for them, but you know me, I'm pulling Wyatt Six all the way.
Of course you are, and I would expect no different, actually.
No, thank you. Tiffany Stratton got interviewed next and was interrupted by Kiana James. So, potentially, next week, it's not confirmed, it's not official. Stratton versus James next week is our prediction, but we do want to give out an honorable mention because Tiffany Stratton for the year of 2025 is 17-1, and that 1 is Stephanie Vaquer at Crown Jewel.
And they showed it tonight. She has a .944 winning percentage, which is better than any person on the main roster to date, and that's accurate. Like, she is the one that's been holding her own in that women's division. I see Kiana James just being a stepping stone for Tiffy to maybe have a little feud with Julia or something like that, possibly.
So you think we're going to get another champion versus champion kind of thing?
Maybe.
Okay.
Because, I mean, think about it. What the hell's Julia done for that
Not a damn.
title?
Not a damn.
Exactly. Not a damn thing. So, like, if anything, I don't know. Mend the titles together? Something? I don't know, man. I don't want to do that, but I mean,
I don't think
there's no love for that title.
I don't think they need to take the title away. What I think they need to do is they need to make Tiffany a double champion for a hot second. Just a second. Just to get the damn thing off Julia.
That's going to be brutal.
I don't like it on Julia. I don't like Julia. I think she's a waste of space. Sorry. Not my type of wrestler.
I agree.
I am a fan of Tiffy Time.
So,
Tiffy Time is going nonstop, baby.
Oh, always. So before match 3, we get a little interview with Motor City Machine Guns where they decide to tell us that it's been 1 year since they made their SmackDown debut. And then there was 2 weeks after that they won the SmackDown Tag Team titles. So as they're doing the interview, La Garza comes into the picture and is like, blah, blah, blah. And they reminded them that when they beat the Tag Team Champions, they were the Tag Team Champions. So the thing was, we beat you a year ago for the Tag Team titles. Bet we can still beat you a year to date. So that leads us into match number 3, which was a tag team match between the Motor City Machine Guns and Los Garza. This match was very fast-paced from start to finish, really. Motor City Machine Guns end up picking up the victory thanks to Skull and Bones. That move never gets old seeing.
Thank you for the gong.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for the gong, Ghostface. 2245. All right.
Oh.
Yo.
Here's how I see it. Let me read this off.
Yeah.
Here's how I see it.
Here's how
I can see it. Randy attacks Jacob before starting to make his way to Gorilla, while Drew is coming out, but Aldis and Cody come out before. We haven't got there yet. Hold on. We're getting there. We're almost to that. So I'll reread this when we get there, okay? Stick with us, Ghostface. We're almost there. Yo, Vinny, welcome in. Welcome in,
What up, Vinny?
Please continue. Continue and get us to the main part.
All right, so the DIY versus Fraxium was kind of teased for next week. They didn't make it official, just like the other match, but I'd say that's probably going to happen. So Jacob's Music Hits backstage. Our main event of the evening is supposed to be number 1 contenders match between Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre. However, we cut backstage and see that Fatu has been destroyed. He's on the ground. He's bleeding from the mouth. So Drew McIntyre comes out and he's all cheesing and everything. Claims he had nothing to do with it and he's the new number 1 contender. Aldis comes out and says if he's got anything to do with him. Before he can even spit that out, Cody comes out and says if he wants to fight so bad, he's got it, and they'll do it for the WWE Championship. So that leads us into match 4, and I'm going to let Hat take over on this.
All right, so Cody was absolutely irate. And you're not wrong, Ghostface. Reading this comment, like, if Randy Orton is actually the guy who did it, that kind of is a fucking heel turn, and I love it. But
right.
I don't know that I agree. I don't think it was Randy Orton. I think it was honestly Drew McIntyre, and he's full of shit.
Well, Vinny, I hope you're enjoying your football game, buddy.
Yeah, that's just me. Match 4, though, ended up being for the championship. Cody's all pissed off. He's not in ring gear. He says, let's do it now. Or out of fear, Cody did it. Cody's, I don't know, man. That's tough. Because Cody hasn't done the heel turn yet. I hope he does before he loses the title.
So, I'm going to say I can see Ghostface's point, and I'm going to say this for 2 reasons. 1, he had time. Okay. 2, he did get himself DQ'd in this match.
True.
Which is not a normal Cody Rhodes thing. So, nope. Ghostface, you may not be far out of the realm of, like, actual, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's like anything's possible, okay? Drew would be a little obvious, and we sometimes do not like the obvious. Listen, they do obvious all the time. They do obvious all the time. I would like it to be somebody else besides Drew McIntyre, but I'm firm on this. I believe it was Drew. 100% believe it was Drew. That's me. I appreciate your opinion, though, and I'm glad that you gave it, because there's a possibility it was Randy or Cody. Hell, it could have been anybody. So, keep the cogs turning, my friend.
Who else would be in that title scene?
Solo Sikoa? I know he's got a story going on,
Yeah, no, I think he's going more towards U.S. title again.
but perhaps. So let's talk about it. Let's think. Or fuck. Obafemi. How about that?
Oh, now that could be that. Yes, sir, Ghostface. I like that.
Dude, that's good knowledge.
I like that.
That's good knowledge.
But I will say this, okay? I feel as though Obafemi may become part of the Vision.
Ooh.
And I'm just saying that because, like, look at all the big guys that are on that freaking roster. Like, put Obafemi with Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Scary.
Can I say that now that the Vision has done what they've done, right? And Seth Rollins is out for a year. When Braun Breaker wins this title, Seth is coming for him. Plain and simple. Seth will come for him. Oba debuting by sneakily murdering Jacob would be low-key terrifying. No shit.
Oh, I agree with that.
100%. 100%. Guys, as always, you know the stage is open. You're more than welcome to come up and voice your opinions, broadcast it to the world, have a conversation with us. We enjoy that sort of thing. Also, I want to remind everyone that the Discord, once we get to 100 people in the Discord, we are going to be giving away 2 Revolution X Doobie Den t-shirts. Now, it may not be the one I have. It may not be the one we've showed 1,000 times. But 2 t-shirts. So, why not join? We're trying to get up to 100 people, guys. Come on, help us out. Exclamation point Discord in the chat.
It is pinned in the chat, guys. So is the stage. So if you'd like to come up and chat with us, click on that link. It'll bring you up. Raise your hand to come up on stage. We'll be more than happy to have you. The Discord is also pinned. So if you haven't joined us yet in the Doobie Den, make sure that you do that. We have cookies, and by what Hat says, we have milk too.
Milk too. I love me some milk, man. Don't play. Don't play.
But with that, guys, that actually does conclude this week's episode of... Go ahead.
Ratings. What do you give these 2 shows?
Raw was probably a 3.
Okay.
SmackDown's a 3.5.
That's high end for SmackDown for what we got, but I think a lot of that has to do with Ilya Dragunov. I have to agree. I think that Raw was lower this week. I think SmackDown did better. I do have to say that SmackDown is losing a lot of their viewership. And if they continue to lose it, USA might not pick them back up. So,
wait, but that's a good thing in a way. What 2 titles, and we just had this conversation, what 2 titles are more important right now?
Right now, the world
titles, exactly. Like, did the women's title even come on the show? Oh, yeah, Tiffy had done an interview backstage. Woo!
But that's it.
Like, that was it. The world title was actually, the WWE Championship was, defended pretty good. But, like, again, it was just, I feel as though that was just kind of thrown together last minute.
I agree.
Because I did hear that Jacob may be hurt. So I'm not really sure on that. Yeah.
Oh, hell. That's the first time hearing that.
Not disclosed, and I read it off one of the dirt sheets, but they did say something about Jacob possibly being injured, and that's why they're doing what they're doing right now.
Guys, if you have any opinions, again, always welcome to come up. Buddha, go ahead and do the outro, my friend.
All right, guys, as always, we appreciate you all for being here. Appreciate everyone that comes in here, fires up at chat, chats with us about wrestling, because honestly and truthfully, guys, that's exactly why we do it. That's what we're here to do. But I want to thank everybody that's came on to watch the stream tonight. We greatly appreciate it. I will be live here in about 45 minutes playing some Fortnitemares with Hatman Inc. right there. And fingers crossed we can actually do pretty decent tonight.
Yeah.
So if you'd like to come watch that, make sure that you tune back in about 11:30. But as far as this goes, guys, that's going to conclude this week's edition of the RevX Wrestling Review. As always, we appreciate you guys coming on. Again, we do have a stage if you all ever want to come up and chat. We do have the Doobie Den open, so make sure that you join us. And, we hope to see more in the community. So until next Friday night, guys, I'm Buddha, that's Hat, and we will catch you guys on the flip side. Later. Peace out.
Later.